right, welcome back. Is this the end of Buhari's regime? Reps to start impeachment proceedings as APC caucus wants. All right, the news in detail. Spokesman of the House of Representatives Ben Kalu has portrayed as counter-intuitive call by the Assembly head of the opposition People's Democratic Party PDP, Kingsley Chinda, that persecution circle by initiated on President Muhammadu Buhari. Kalu additionally said it was an interruption to individuals who were energetically anticipating Buhari's coming to the House. It will be recalled that the House last Tuesday, via a resolution, invited the President to give explanations to lawmakers' reasons for the escalating security situation in the country. The invitation was prompted by the recent killing of over 43 rice farmers in Zabamari village in Borno State. Chinda, in a statement on Sunday, said the president has failed in his primary responsibility to protect lives and properties in the country and called on Nigerians to compel their representatives at the National Assembly to commence impeachment processes against the president. The lawmaker also called on the Federal Executive Council (FEC) to declare the president incapacitated. But reacting to the call, Kalu, in statement titled "Nigerians Saddled with the Circus," said Kingsley Chinda does not speak for the lawmakers, describing him as loner. The statement read, "The attention of the House of Representatives and our leadership has been drawn to the press release by Honorable Kingsley Chinda titled Nigeria Saddled with the Circus, circulated over most dailies on December 6, 2020, where he called on constituents, irrespective of political party, tribe, or religion, to compel their representatives to commence impeachment process against the president." All right, this is serious. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party PDP caucus of the House of Representatives has called on members of the Green Chamber to commence impeachment proceedings against President Muhammadu Buhari. They opine he is incapable of continuing as the leader of the country. Besides, the section of PDP lawmakers in the Green Chamber urged members of his cabinet to declare him incapacitated, invoking Section 144 of the 1999 Constitution. The caucus wants Nigerians to compel their representatives in the National Assembly to immediately commence impeachment proceedings against President Muhammadu Buhari for gross incompetence and persistent and continuous breach of Section 14(2)(b) of the 1999 Constitution. Alright, meanwhile, the section provides the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. The PDP caucus also wants members of the Federal Executive Council to invoke the provisions of Section 144(1) of the Constitution by declaring that the President is incapable of discharging the functions of the office of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This section provides the President or Vice President shall cease to hold office if by a resolution passed by two-thirds majority of all the members of the Executive Council of the Federation. It is declared that the President or Vice President is incapable of discharging the functions of his office. Leaders of the Caucus Reps Kingsley Chinda, PDP Rivers, in a statement in Abuja on Saturday, said it was disheartening to the PDP caucus that the president has failed to lead Nigerians from the front as he promised. Nigerians are daily and defenseless killed by terrorists and bandits, while the economy is being freely bleed by public officers. He was reacting to the recent killing of farmers in Zambamari area of Borno State, adding that the reactions of the presidency and the military to such killings highlight a certain crannies and lame duck attitude that has for the past 5 years come to define the Buhari presidency. Alright, he said the body language of the government is worrisome as it emboldens terrorists in the country. The greater worries for the country, however, is the do-nothing posturing and the effeminate reactions of the presidency and the military that follow the dastardly attacks. According to him, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) caucus in the House of Representatives have observed with deep pain the dastardly attacks on poor farmers, which have continued unabated across the vast swathes of northern Nigeria, which act came to a sad climax over the weekend in Zambamari near Maiduguri, northeast Nigeria. Alright, and as it is, the attack continued to take a consistent pattern, a pattern that results in mass death and emboldens the insurgents to embark on more spectacular attacks that provide them national and global attention, while the emboldening of terrorists remain resources of worry. The greater worries for us is the do-nothing posturing and the effeminate reactions of the presidency and the military that follow the dastardly attacks. Chinda said the reactions of the presidency and the military highlight a certain crassness and lame duck attitude that has for the past 5 years come to define the Buhari presidency. Alright, he lamented that northern Nigerians has long become the vortex of massacres from Buni, Yadi, Gamboru, Baga, Goza, Shiroro, Gonduga, Kawuri, southern Kaduna to Benue, and certainly everywhere else in Nigeria. Lives are being snatched by insurgents, bandits, and kidnappers who have no respect for the sanctity of life. While President Buhari idles in the typical fashion of Emperor Nero as our country burns, questions must be asked about his capacity to lead at a time that our country desires robust and responsive leadership that can pull it from the brink and rescue it from the debilitations of insurgents, terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers. Alright, and Chinda observed that President Buhari is unwilling, as it consistently appears, to provide leadership to our fast collapsing country, rather than take the proverbial bull by the horn. President Buhari ensconces himself in Aso Rock, typical of a monarch-in-chief, and issues press statements that make no meaning to a grieving nation. He reminded the president that a true leader who is what everyone's of respect leads from the front, as you assured Nigerians that you will do. A true leader doesn't hide away from those elites and pretends to mourn with the circus, whilst in fact he lacks empathy and compassion. Alright, and this had been said so far, and as it is, a lot of Nigerians have been of the opinion that, well, The truth of the matter is, we are tired of this same man. This man cannot continue to lead us, and a lot of them have been like, wow, we can't continue like this. How long are we going to continue like this? And that is the question, my people. Meanwhile, let me have your take on this one, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks, and God bless.